NFL Week 13 Thanksgiving Day game, Chiefs, Cowboys. Of the three games, this might be the toughest one to handicap for me, and it's because I was very vocal about this new look Cowboys defense. It's why I bet the under in their last two games, and it's why I bet Dallas versus Philly last week. But I think the hype is starting to get a little bit out of control. Yes, I believe the Dallas defense is improved, but it's far from fixed. Keep in mind, this is a defense that has played a top five easiest schedule of opposing offenses, but yet still ranks bottom five in overall defense. So, yes, they got some reinforcements back, but they're going to need a lot more than just Quinn Williams, Overshown, and some secondary guys to make a serious leap in improvement. This is going to be a big step up in class against this KC defense. I think KC will have no problem putting up points here. And we're getting a bit of a discount with Dallas coming off a big primetime win over the defending Super Bowl champs, Philly. And recency bias is huge in the NFL, so it makes sense. We've seen this line go from KC -4 on the look ahead, now down to 3 or a shaded 3.5. Also, there's a popular trend I've talked a lot about recently, and it has to do with rookie head coaches and how they perform on their first Thursday night game. Again, I'm not huge into trends unless they have easily explainable reasons as to why they're profitable. This one actually makes sense. Rookie head coaches playing their first Thursday night game is typically the first they've had to prepare on a short week. Their routine and schedule is like disrupted basically, and maybe the lights are too bright. Regardless of what exactly it is, we've seen rookie head coaches struggle in these spots. Going into this season, they're just 5-18 against the spread, and I talked about this trend on the Thursday night game with the Jets Patriots 2 weeks ago. It was Aaron Glenn's first Thursday night football game. They failed to cover, so the trend moves to 5-19. It's below 20% against the spread. But here's the thing, Dallas played a Thursday night game already back in week one, but I'm not sure we can really count that one because it wasn't a break in routine or a short week being week one. So although this game is technically Schottenheimer's second Thursday night football game, it might be more of a match to this angle and a play against Dallas. Also, for any of you guys who watched last week's game breakdown video I did between the Colts and Chiefs, you'll recall I talked about Patrick Mahomes and his splits when facing man coverage and zone coverage. He basically goes from the league's best quarterback when throwing into zone coverage to below league average when facing man. Well, Dallas plays zone as their primary defense, and not that they can't play man, it's just not their base defense. And whenever you force a defense out of their comfort zone, it's already won half the battle right there. But there is a but here, actually. The Cowboys playing zone, like, I think it might have been due to how banged up they were in the secondary because last week versus the Eagles, this healthy version of the Cowboys secondary did play a lot more man coverage, which is interesting because Jalen Hurts struggles versus zone. And that man defense the Cowboys were in was when Philly offense put up 21 points. So I'm very interested to see how the Cowboys decide to scheme versus Mahomes. But I think we could see some points in this one. The Dallas offense is a matchup nightmare because they have two legit receivers with Pickens and Lamb. But the Dallas defense can't cover slot receivers. Rashee Rice is particularly a bad matchup for Dallas. So as much as I like the over, I think at the current line of 52.5, it's just a little too much. So I'm going to just side with KC here. I trust KC more not to make those crucial turnovers where I could see Dallas make some of those.